So we want to spend a few minutes talking about tools you can use in your listing presentation. And I hope that as you discuss these in your mastermind group, that you brainstorm these ideas and others and talk a little bit about what's working for you, maybe what didn't work, and just share with each other what tools have been most useful to you. Of course, you need a listing presentation. We've been spending a lot of time on that. Make sure it's structured and professional and consistent. The company website, you can use your personal website. That's on the list as well. If you're part of Key Realty, you know that you have your own personal website included. I hope that you've spent some time customizing it. If you maybe you have another product you're using, that's fine too. But show them your website. Show them the company website, as I mentioned. ExploreKeyRealty.com has some wonderful statistics about Key Realty. It talks about our values, everything that you might want to know about the company. So if you're brand new, a lot of times it helps to sell the company if you don't have a lot of personal sales or a track record that you can rely on. A CRM, make sure that you bring the stats. Dennis always did a two-step program, but you may want to be prepared with statistics already, a CMA, in case they are just adamant about going right now. You want to have that in your back pocket to show them. But a CRM is more accurate if you've seen the house first. So it's always best to do it that way. A product we used to love is called Tour Factory. It's a subscription service. It creates virtual tours out of the photos that you have. It has a wonderful a report that it produces on a weekly basis that just gets emailed out automatically to your sellers. A lot of people have really liked this product, and maybe you have others that you like as well that you want to share with the group. You want to talk with a little information about our management. We have a deep management bench, and again, especially if you're new, you might want to talk about the support that you have behind you, the people that are there to help you along the way. And if they're nervous about you being new, talk about the fact that not only do you have a manager in your local region, but you have a whole team of people who are helping you make sure that everything you do is compliant and on track. If you do any kind of follow-up letters or calls, or make sure, as we talked about in the expectations, just go ahead and show them. Give them an example of your follow-up letters or your call schedule. Show them how you keep track of that, your reminder system. Again, a CRM, it's great to show them exactly how you keep track of things. The Easy Exit Market Agreement is it's just such a fantastic tool. Dennis talked a little bit about it and how it gives the seller control. If you're nervous about using it, I can tell you that you don't need to be. We used it for years and years, and initially we were nervous that maybe people would take advantage of us and try and get out of listings when, if they found their own buyer or something. I can tell you that we never had that happen. I've heard of one instance in all of Key Realty where that happened, and we were able to successfully sue that party for the commission. It was a large commission. So I would just tell you that it is a wonderful tool. You don't need to be worried about it, and people love it. And just another aside, this is just one of my favorite things to talk about, but it will give you peace of mind too, because usually if somebody comes to you and wants out of their agreement, you're ready to get out of that agreement too. You guys just are not a good fit, and it's not working for anybody, and you'll be able to sleep at night not stressing about this client that's driving you nuts. So just absolutely one of my favorite tools. Talk again, if you're newer, the size and growth of the company, all of that's on explorekeyrealty.com. It has the awards we've won and some of the statistics, so feel free to use that. And the reason that that's important is it translates into more buyers. Because we have a larger company, we're able to bring you more buyers. So make sure you make that connection. Don't just talk about the feature of Key Realty, talk about the benefit to them, which is more buyers. You know, our signs have our phone numbers on it, your agent number instead of the company number. Talk about why that matters. Talk about other companies where they just have the company number on the sign. It just goes into some place where, you know, some agent who doesn't know anything about the home is answering it and trying to give that buyer information. So your calls come directly to you. You are able to talk intelligently about the home and hopefully turn that call into a showing. The multiple listing service, again, don't neglect to talk about this. You know, it's something we take for granted, and it is an incredibly important part of our marketing service package. Virtual tours, you know, these are fantastic, and I can't oversell the importance of professional photography. Listings are sticking around longer. People see the home online now as the first showing. Actually, it's a virtual showing, so it's so important to sell the home through great pictures instead of you know, people will move on if it's ugly. They just won't even look at it. So we're going to talk a little bit more about professional photography, but I can't stress that enough. Full color brochures are a great tool, especially as listings stick around longer. You may want to have those available at the property. Financing flyers, competitive rates, all that kind of stuff. Make sure that you can make that available also at the home. If you have a lender you work with, would love it if you worked with United Alliance Mortgage, and they're happy to produce flyers for you. Follow-up and monitoring, market updates, all of those things are part of the tool package that you're going to want to use. Monthly CMAs, we talked about those already, doing an additional sold, active, and expired report on a regular basis. You may want to include a resume of qualifications. And I'd like to add, too, that we provide a listing presentation for you in the Design Center. Feel free to just run with that. There's nothing wrong with just using the standard one that's there for you. It's based on what we used to do, so it is proven. But you can add some of these other things in there. A resume, training and education certificate, any special training you have. Talk about these classes. Talk about the fact that, you know, we have a pretty rigorous training program here, and Fresh Start, you know, it's a 2-day boot camp type environment. So don't be afraid to talk about that. Any kind of production or achievement, designations, awards, all of that kind of stuff can be in your presentation. Letters of recommendation, testimonials from clients. I would have all of that available. A closing cost summary sheet. This is crucial. I know a lot of people use apps right now. It's nice to have something written out or that you can leave with them. So when they get an offer, they kind of have an expectation of what their costs are going to be, and they're not surprised when you say, okay, it's an offer for $200,000, but oh, we've got these costs. Even if there's no concessions or anything like that, if they're not aware up front of those costs, it can be kind of a letdown. Again, the financing report. Those are just some of the things you can include. And again, I hope that you guys brainstorm some more ideas and share what works for you.